I'm just transitioning to start the show. You know, I'm not judging anybody. You know, if I just start it, then we don't have to worry about just going into things. And hi, everyone. It's Legends in the Making. We're going to play some D&D. I don't know why I always go into that kind of howdy, everybody.
It's exactly where you should go. Don't you worry about it one bit.
Welcome to a New York City where magic abounds, yet nobody knows it exists, except for those who are touched by the weave. In tonight's episode of Legends in the Making.
I'd watch that.
You don't have to. You're going to play that game right now.
Live it.
All right. Are you guys ready for a little recap and then a hop into the session?
Yeah, sorry, I'm grabbing a drink, but my headphones are in, so I'm here.
Awesome.
Yes, but you didn't change your name to illustrious Dungeon Master Extraordinaire.
I don't, that's on the Zoom side of things. I also need to change my thing for you guys too. So here, let me change to the camera so you guys can see what I see. And then I can change this to... There we go. It's changed now. Does that help you out? Also, thank you. You reminded me I need to get my transcript going. So that way we have this afterwards. All right. All the fun things that my wife reminds me of last second that I forget about. So it's all good. All right. Everybody who's watching, who's nobody that's watching, welcome to the first few minutes of just, you know, riveting content of Legends in the Making, but we'll hop into this now. All right, let me hop through this. In our last session, the back alley brawlers continued their journey through the intricate and shadowy world of New York's underground. Their adventure began with the discovering of keys leading to an apartment and a warehouse connecting to a now dead leader of the Bloodfangs. Upon exploring the apartment, they found evidence hinting at nefarious activities, adding more intrigue to their journey. On their way to the Naked Gnome, they discovered their actions against the Bloodfangs previously had unintentionally initiated them into the Gutrackers family, a twist that brought opportunities and potential dangers. The group then fulfilled a request from Bobby Knocker by delivering a manticore horn. In return for this delivery, Knocker offered answers to 3 pivotal questions. Their first query led them to an address where they could potentially find a substantial amount of gems, which they need to take back to Subterra to finish about 5 other quests, but it's all good. Next, they sought Bobby's insight on a cryptic prophecy they have possessed for a while now. His interpretation connected the prophecy to an upcoming eclipse, the god Shar, and a person of pure blood with red hair and emerald eyes. Lastly, the brawlers inquired about the Echo of Divinity, an artifact they had acquired earlier in their travels. Naga revealed it contained a fragment of the god Corleone, capable of creation and immense power. As the meeting drew to a close, Bobby extended an offer to join his Black Hat network, a proposition the group met with both interest and caution. Meanwhile, in a chilling scene elsewhere in the city, a pale man in a black trench coat was seen savagely attacking Brian Flossin in a brutal display of violence, leaving him severely injured in the cold grasp of the city's dark clutches. Questions loom over the brawlers. Will they accept Bobby Knocker's offer to join the Black Hat Network? How will they navigate the new ties with the Gutrackers family? What will they do with the newfound knowledge about the Echo of Divinity? Will the prophecy's revelation lead them to their next great adventure or into perilous danger? Will King Gizzard ever find a place to live? We find out on tonight's episode of...
Nice transition.
Incredible.
You gotta love it. All right. As you guys leave Bobby Knocker's office, the city's skyscrapers loom above, a reminder of the immense world you operate within. The Brawlers step into the bustling streets on this Sunday afternoon, their minds racing with the newfound knowledge and the choices that lay ahead. In this city of endless stories, their tale is just one thread in a tapestry. What would you guys like?
That's a good question.
I personally think we should go check out our new hideout.
I'm down to go raid a warehouse
I mean,
Yeah.
is it a raid?
and
Sorry.
go see what's there.
What
I'm
time
up
is
for
it
that.
again?
It's like
Noon-ish.
2:00 in the afternoon.
On
It is.
Sunday?
Yeah.
So Vash,
2:16.
we haven't hit the full week yet for Vash not getting to work.
Not yet. We got till tomorrow.
Okay.
It's happening though. I feel it.
Yeah, so Vash has not been at work, but in his mind, he's been really good at like keeping everybody off his tracks, not knowing what's going on and stuff. So
Guys, I have so many sick cats. So many sick cats.
I think we go to the hideout. That is my vote.
I'm into that.
all right, you guys head on your way. Sorry, I'm trying to find like where my volume controls are because the stuff is. I've got. I need a volume mixer here. Oh, that is so much better. I had music in my ears just blaring while you guys were trying to talk to me. And like, I need to turn that down, but I can't find where it is. So, all right. You guys know that the address that you had for the warehouse would lead you to the west side, basically the West Village, a warehouse on the shore of the West Village that was over there. You guys are easily able to hop on the subway, ride over there, get out nearby. So you guys are about a block away, and you can kind of see the address in the different distance. It's kind of inconspicuous warehouse. The exterior walls, brick. They're worn. It's like a faded gray that just blends into the city in the background around it. The warehouse stands really tall. And it's got a weathered exterior marked with occasional rust spots and pieces of graffiti here and there. The windows are all boarded up, so you can't really see anything that's going on inside. And there's a single entrance at the front of it, and then around to the back, there's probably like two big bay doors that could be rolled up, like garage doors that could be rolled up on it. So you're standing there, not much.
So who has the key to this place?
I think Frankie does.
Don't we just knock?
Do I
Why
have
would
a key?
You're the one that found the keychain,
When you looted the guy.
and you had the key to get into the apartment door.
Fair. All right, we're gonna go unlock the door.
So as you walk up to the door, give me a perception check, Frankie.
First roll of the night, guys. First roll of the night.
Bum, bum, bum.
24.
Damn, I was about to be like, your DC is a 15. I should have been like, your DC is a 35. No. As you walk up, you're about to put the key in, and you notice like on to the left of the door, behind one of like the windows are boarded up, but behind one of the cracks you can see a sticker on one of the windows that says like protected by ADT security, and you see also a little keypad next to it, but with a 24. You kind of look at the keypad and you realize like there's LED lights to tell like green, red, yellow, all this stuff like that, and you can tell like there's no power going to the keypad at all. And that ADT sticker is about to peel off. It's been there for about a good 10 years, kind of a thing.
I'm gonna try the door first. And then if it doesn't open, I'm gonna find the key and put it in.
Ooh, door boss.
You reach up to turn the knob, and it's locked.
Okay. I'm gonna start going through the keychain.
Yeah, you got about 8 keys, so it's not gonna, go through. You eventually find one for the doorknob, turn that, and then there's a deadbolt above it, and you go through the keys, find the one, and unlock the deadbolt, and you open it up. So inside, you step beyond this cracked kind of wooden door. It's old wooden door that you open up, and inside you see the depths of this warehouse. You're greeted by like a vast expanse of space, and it just feels as mundane of a warehouse as could be. Just crates and boxes. The air is thick with the sense of just kind of sawdust and cardboard. It's dimly lit by like a few just like flickering fluorescent lights above. Some light is coming through from overhead, skylights, but even those are kind of like painted out. It's kind of worn over, so it's cracking through at places. It's not like heavily lit by that. And yeah, so just rows and rows of just like pallet shelves with these boxes and different things on all of them.
Are there any like signs or anything?
Nothing that would be like, oh, okay, like, look here for goods. Nothing, it's kind of a warehouse. You got pallet number 305, shelf 872, like those kinds of signs. There's as you walk in and look to your left, on the wall over there, you see a big old cork board with a time clock next to it. And of course, it's got like all the typical signage you would have for all the stuff, like union meeting this Thursday, and so-and-so's cousin realtor's card is on there, stuff like that. Just kind of the random crap you would see. And if you go over and look at it, you can look at the time clock stuff. Nobody's really clocked in about a good 5 years or so. Give me like an insight check.
$21.
Rolling good.
8 and a 17.
You realize this has been like, this has a really good, just kind of a feeling of a front. Like everything feels right. Kind of that, like, this is just, but nothing feels really used. Like if somebody was coming in to look through stuff, everything feels just like was kind of put up as a facade, but nothing really is kind of, okay. Like if they got raided, this would definitely cover up something. That kind of an insight you got. But from everything you know about the bugbear, which by the way, I went back and watched the episode. His name is Danny O'Shea. I made it up at the last second at the end of the episode, the session. So what you know from Danny O'Shea, from going through his apartment and his pockets and stuff like that, that this has to be where the main hideout and stuff was. So there's probably something deeper to this place than what is just on the surface.
Hey, Coley, you still got those goggles?
Sure.
Can I see him for a second?
Yeah.
Oh, and Coley, I still have you as Lazarus, so I don't know if you've changed back into Coley or not yet.
I feel like I would have, yes.
Okay. You're back to Coley now.
I don't like to burn all of my aliases.
Can I have those goggles for a second?
Yeah, here. I'm gonna reach into the bag and kind of look around a little bit, feel around, and then, oh, there it is.
I'm gonna throw those babies on and just kind of like start walking down the aisles to see if anything magical kind of appears to me.
Roll me perception with advantage, and you're trying to beat like a 12.
Last one. Doesn't matter. Because I rolled a 17.
17. All right. First aisle, nothing really. Second aisle, nothing really. Third, fourth, you get to the final aisle against the wall. And as you get to that aisle, about halfway down, you notice like with the goggles on, it's like this glowing puddle on the floor next to one of the crates. As you get up and you take the glasses off, you don't see anything on the ground. It's a dried up puddle, whatever it is. But you can't see anything. It's invisible to the naked eye. You put them on and you definitely see like this something magical, a potion of some sort was like probably dropped here at some point and then tried to be cleaned up. And the dried remnants of that magical potion is on the floor there. And it's right next to this big crate to your left.
I'm gonna open that crate.
Give me a sleight of hand check with advantage. You have the goggles on.
Nat 20 on the die.
You walk up to this crate and you just kind of feel across it, and then there's like a knot and you're like pushing on the knot and it kind of pops open. What should be like this boarded up crate looks like every other one. All of a sudden it opens up and there's a door into another room. And as you open up that door and see into this other room, the lights in that room start to flicker on all across there. Kind of, it's like motion activated. You open it up, it's catching on, and you walk into what was hidden behind all this facade. You see in the space, it's filled with rows of just gleaming stainless steel tables. And on top of these tables are glass vials, tubing, cauldrons with some bubbling stuff inside of it. And you realize, oh, this is where the blood fangs were probably cooking. Off to the side, so like I'd say one side is like 2 or 3 rows of these stainless steel tables with all the stuff on it, and then off to the side you see kind of like a couple of couches with like 4 or 5 LCD screens on the wall. One of them in the upper left you can see has security cameras where you can see out to the front. You can see the warehouse area we're at, and then the other ones are turned off, but you see down below it, you see like brand new Xbox, PlayStation 5, all these video games set up below it. And then off to the corner from there, there's a little bit of a stage with a stripper pole on it. Then off beyond that, kind of in the middle of the room, you see a couple of computer desks, and you see a safe next to a filing cabinet there.
Is everybody with me? Or are they still?
Bash is wandering around with his phone, taking pictures of everything, and is a little upset that he doesn't see any OSHA warnings on anything.
Oh, I totally followed you in, and I want to make my way over to the safe. That's very interesting.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Giz is arbitrarily opening crates at random, just picking one and just busting it open and going through shit.
Okay, so you're in the main warehouse area, so I'll start with you, King Gizzard, and we'll work our way to the safe. So King Gizzard, you crack open the first one, and it's just like t-shirts. And as you're looking through these t-shirts, you see like Nike, some Reebok, but these are, for anybody else, like for you, they're like, oh, t-shirts. You don't know, you don't recognize the symbols or know what they are, but they're t-shirts and various like sweatpants, stuff like that inside of one crate. Bash, if you happen to come over, you'd notice like these aren't knockoffs, they're actually real t-shirts and stuff. Once again, trying to keep that front, so in case they did get raided, they weren't going to get caught for anything else. You go to the next one, and it's just filled with like ball bearings and actual like mechanical parts kind of things, some gears, different things like that.
Vash, Vash, can you use any of this stuff?
Vash kind of like looks in the box and no. Trash.
Okay.
You go to the next crate, you open it up, it's alarm clocks. Crate full of alarm clocks.
What about this stuff?
Oh yeah, hold on a second. And like, so Vash tries to find the most intact clock he can find and put it in his backpack. And when I say intact, he's looking for like that old 1990s brown alarm clock type thing that everybody had in their house for some god awful reason in the 90s. Yeah, that's what he's looking for, and then he wants to put that in his bag
with the red lettering kind of thing.
Yep. Everybody had one for some. It was the only alarm clock that existed.
That's honestly, like I said, everything here is like legit, but it's also outdated by like 5-10 years, so perfect. That's in there kind of a thing. Yeah. So yeah, the feeling, Vash, you're getting maybe as you go through this, I'll add the insight to everyone on this is like, oh, the warehouse was set up a while back as kind of the front deal, but was never actually used. It was just like, hey, let's get all this stuff in here, and then we'll have the hideout behind here where we actually make from, and then just in case we ever get raided, you know, everything will be legit and take them off our course on things. So yeah, King Gizzard, you're able to just go through these. So I mean, I'll ask you. You go to the next crate. You open it up. What do you find inside of it?
Wasn't ready for that one.
That's what you get for being nosy.
Right? Well, I like surprises. I'll say in this case, we'll go back to clothes, and it's just a whole bunch of hats, like old ball caps, all snapback.
Ooh.
Stuff. Some of them going back a little bit further, like the old Reebok type deal symbols and stuff like that. Yeah, that's that one.
Vash looks over Gizzard's shoulder and goes, can you use any of these?
I mean, I can wear everything. So out of the first crate, I took a couple of sweatpants and t-shirts just arbitrarily, and I'll grab a couple hats out of this one also.
Nice. And then just for the hell of it, Vash, you go over to one of the crates and open it too. What do you find in it?
A bunch of BS FAO Schwartz toys, just like stuffed animals, lots of them, and just it's all FAO Schwartz branded. Like, you know, it's all those toys that like nobody had money for, and now they're like nobody wants them at all. So yeah, no, it's all FAO Schwartz stuff.
Nice.
New York.
All right. So we cut back over to the other group, the ladies in the cook room, the cook / hangout room, I guess. And Amber and Coley, you guys are heading over to this safe you see in the corner there. Amber, this is kind of like that combination lock that you experienced on that Foot Locker, but it's bigger and in the middle there, so you kind of have the idea of this now, of how this works, but this is a little bit different than you've experienced up to this point. So if you want to, you can try to crack it.
I mean, Coley approached it first, so if Coley wants to give it a go, I don't want to take that away from you, Coley.
I'm gonna ask Frankie, those goggles, are they giving off anything over here?
Are they, GM?
Not. So if you have the goggles, give me a perception check. We'll do a new one for this area. 18.
Ooh.
15 on the die plus 6.
Perfect.
Math.
Killer.
The safe looks like a safe, so you're not getting any vibes or anything off of that. But then as you do look around the room, you realize some of these vials and glass jars and stuff like that, nothing magical about them at all. But then there's like a few cauldrons that as you look in them, they're empty, but you can see they're just glowing on the inside. Like there was somebody been cooking some magical stuff in this. And with that high, you find at the end of the table, one of the tables, you see 3 just glass jars. I'm gonna let's get real with like magic in New York deal. I'm gonna say they're like mason jars, just kind of with the metal screw top on it, and they're glowing. So they're definitely magical. Beyond that, what was your perception that you rolled?
An 18 plus 6.
Okay.
I thought it was 15 plus 6.
15 plus 6, yeah.
So you were at 23? Wait, I can't math. 21. Never mind. Yeah, that's what you see in all of that. So yeah, back to Amber and Coley. But you don't see anything magical. You don't think the safe's trapped in any magical way or anything.
Coley, I'm going to relay that to you, and then I'm going to go pick up those magical jars and bring them back over to you and be like, here, put these in your bag.
Okay. I'm gonna take the jars, but before I do, I'm gonna reach into my bag and grab like a cloth and wrap them up and then put them back in. Mason jars are hardy, but they do break.
And then I'm just gonna keep looking around while they mess with the safe.
Okay.
Yeah. Amber, I think I'm going to stand aside as long as we can come to an agreement that we will share whatever we may find inside.
Just like 2 ways, or are we sharing with everyone else as well?
Well, let's see what's in there first.
All right. So I'm gonna give this safe a go.
Okay.
Do I need to roll for that?
Yes. Oh, sorry. Yes. Roll.
I'm like,
roll a sleight of hand. And it's just straight up no advantage or disadvantage, and you are trying to beat an 18.
ooh, perfect, because I got a 19.
Hey!
I rolled an 11 and I got a +8.
I'm gonna say it takes you a little while, right? Like this is you're sitting there kind of going that, people walking around looking at it, but then after a few, it's like, okay, click. You hear it? Open up the safe. Inside the safe, you find a pistol on top of a pile of cash, and then you see 4 leather bags, and whenever you peek into them, each one of them have just gold coins filling up each one of the 4 leather bags.
How many gold coins?
When you start kind of figuring out each one of them, you realize each bag has about 500 gold coins in them.
Sick.
Sweet. So
Cool.
that is almost enough to pay for the book, is it not?
Yeah, we needed, was it 3,000?
3,000, either 3,000 gold coins or gems worth $3,000 in gold coins.
Okay.
If you know that if you bring her the gems, she can start right away on creating the book. If not, then she has to go get the gems and then come back. So it'll take about a day extra.
So 2,000 in gold and a gem is probably the best way to go about that.
Possibly.
Anyways, possibly. All right, I'm gonna take everything that's in the safe and put it in my bag. And
What?
it's for the group. I also have a bag of safe holding, Coley. And you
I
just
know. I bought it for you.
And you also just put all that magical stuff in your bag, so I figure we should spread it out a little bit. Who knows what you just put in your bag? Do we really want to put 2,000 gold coins in the same bag with this mystery magic liquid? I'm not doing it to
think
steal
that I
the
don't
money.
already have that in there, or that it's cordoned off, or that magical things go to one place and non-magical go to another.
I don't.
It's fine.
Yeah.
We're just gonna let everyone know that.
Yeah, of course. I'm not trying to be sneaky about it.
Of course not.
I don't have a bunch of pawn shops where I would sell any of this stuff in.
Why would I sell gold coins? Or cash?
Currency exchange.
We should probably go find our friends.
How much cash was there?
I don't know. that out for you real quick.
Yeah, can we just go buy a diamond?
About $3,000 in cash.
3,000 in cash and 2,000 in gold.
Yep.
Okay. And then there was something else by the safe. What was the other thing by the safe?
A gun.
Another gun?
Yeah, there was a gun in the safe, yes.
No, there was a gun in the safe, but earlier when you said the safe is over here, you said...
Oh, there was a computer.
Yeah.
There's a pooter over by there.
Oh, okay. Bash!
Yes.
You should come in here and check this out.
Okay. Bash heads that way. Puts down whatever he had in his hand and just keeps walking that way. Yeah.
And then I'm just going to say, so there's this computer. Do you happen to know anything about it? Or is this something that you could, potentially get into?
Get into?
Well, like if there's a password or something, could you maybe get past the password?
Potentially. Not sure how long it would take, but I could take a look at it if that's okay with you.
Yeah, totally.
First off, does it have any power? GM?
I mean, you reach over and you shake the mouse a little bit, and the CRT screen begins to slowly glow to life.
Just hear the hum.
Yeah. At least it's Windows XP. It's at least that at Windows XP level. So yeah, it does pop up, and yes, it does have a password on the screensaver.
The password.
Oh, this is ancient.
There
was a time that people used to use these all the time.
The screensaver that's slowly moving in the background is just marijuana leaves.
Yep.
Slowly bouncing back and forth.
It's like the flying toasters, but it's marijuana leaves.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. Yep. Nope. Okay. If you just give me a couple minutes, I think I can figure this out. These Windows XP had a lot of issues in its previous form, so there's a lot of bugs. That's why they tried to move away from it pretty quickly. Although one of the most solid, stable systems that Windows had until it moved off of that. Oh God, and don't even get me started on Windows ME. That was a whole nightmare. Hold on one second. So then just Bash starts typing into the whole thing and starts going into it. What would I roll for hacking?
I'll give you
investigation. Sleight of hand.
Investigate. Yeah, I'll give you investigation or sleight of hand, whichever one you want to go.
I will go with investigation.
Okay.
Why is that running so slow? Oh my God! Why?
I don't know if it's Vash saying this right now or you with your computer.
No, this is me.
I know.
Both. It's both.
Works
it's
in
Windows.
Both
like the Windows is broken. Hold on a second.
So slow?
A dirty 20.
Okay. Yeah,
Vash literally, hold on. This is investigation. This is what happens.
Yeah.
So Vash starts typing and going into it, and like he's looking at the laptop and he's trying to figure out a bunch of code words. And he's like, "Oh, none of these are working." Typically, I thought, and he looks over and there's a little sticky note, and it says bathroom B at THR00M, and he starts typing that in, and all of a sudden it unlocks.
100%. Literally, I was gonna be like, okay, tell me how you decided to do this. If it was brute force, we were gonna get one way, but like literally, if you had been like, I want to investigate the area, see, you were gonna notice that. So
that's exactly what I was going with.
Thing.
So
yeah, you moved a piece of paper over there, and it was a little post-it note, taped it onto the table there. So yeah, it hums to life. So you've now got their computer. You're able to dive into this if you want to do some investigation.
Oh God, I could hear it. I could literally hear the hum of like Windows XP in my face.
Like you just hear the fan on the computer just.
Why? Okay, so I'm in. What am I looking for? He looks up at Coley.
Just anything interesting that maybe could help us on our journey. Even
all you see is a bunch of windows just start popping up, just all sorts of stuff moving very quickly across the screen, just and just Vash is typing and just looking, not even making any movements, just his fingers are going and things are just going. It's very much like Minority Report, like Matrix, where it's like and just contemplating, like going through files is what Vash is doing. I need about 2 minutes and I'll be done.
Awesome.
Okay.
Great.
I'm gonna wander away
I was gonna say
and let him do his thing.
cut from Vash to Frankie. So
I'm playing Xbox.
Oh, well, you said you were searching around earlier, so
I was just kind of like looking around, but like they're all doing their stuff, so I
swear to God, I thought you would have been on the stripper pole. Let's be very clear.
I mean, I looked at it. I did like a little swoopy, but there's no music, there's no people, so I'm gonna go play Xbox.
It is swoopy, but there was no inspiration, so I got it.
Yeah,
works. So as you're playing Xbox, you notice two things off to the right. There's a stack of kind of like, you don't know what it is. It's covered like in a tarp. So a stack of things covered in a tarp. And then there's a coat rack with a few coats and stuff, but there's also like some items there too. So you want to go over there and look at that stuff, you're able to.
Hell yeah, I do. And I'm gonna go rifle through every fucking pocket on those coats.
Perfect. The pockets don't really, you get some 7-Eleven receipts and a few of them, maybe some change here and there is all you find. But give me a perception or investigation check.
We're gonna do perception. 13.
So you notice, like, as you're going through these, some smaller coats, bigger deal, there's kind of on the back, hidden amongst all these, there's this just beautiful green cloak. It's just a dark green to it, with some silver, embroidery throughout it and stitching. And it's just a beautiful cloak.
Oh, I'm snatching that.
All right.
I'm gonna throw it over my shoulders, do a little spin, be like, "Holy, check this out!
Looks amazing.
My color and everything."
Yeah, absolutely.
Coley, give me a history check.
$11.
With an 11, you recognize that is probably a magical cloak of some sort, though you can't place off the top of your head exactly what kind of a cloak it is.
Frankie, it might be something we should probably investigate a little bit more before you get too attached.
Oh, but I'm already attached. Do I feel weird? Do I feel any different with it on?
Not right now.
Does she look any different?
No, it looks like a really nice cloak whenever she just put it on. You would know, like, Frankie, you probably don't at this point, but Coley with that deal, like, if it is magical, it might take like an hour or so for her to attune to it, for her magical essence to weave with the magical essence of the item, for it to actually activate and work in that case. So for her to put it on right now, you might feel a little bit like, oh, it's nice and warm. But knowing exactly what it does and how it works is going to take about an hour of her wearing it before any effects it would have would kick in.
Frankie, there's something that's just right there in my mind that I'm like 98% sure that is a magical cloak. So again, not saying you can't have it, just saying we might want to treat with caution.
Caution? What's caution? We just broke into a warehouse. We opened a safe.
No.
And you have
it is our
Bash going
warehouse.
through.
It's our warehouse.
Didn't break in. We had the key.
Bash goes, I found a Beanie Baby. He can start typing again.
It's a Princess Diana.
Was it a Princess Diana one?
Oh my
no.
gosh, if we found a box of Princess Diana Beanie Babies.
Let's be clear. We're gonna retire. That's what's gonna happen.
Oh my gosh.
Game over.
It's like this stupid lion one. It's the one that every child has.
Yeah.
Like it's one that you get at like the grocery store. Like, yeah, I found a Beanie Baby.
I was gonna say one of them's like a tie-dye American one.
Oh God, yeah.
Oof.
That's it.
Frankie, all I'm saying is I've been around magic a little bit longer than you have, and sometimes it's good, can be awesome, even sometimes not so much. So again, I would just feel more comfortable as your BFF if you waited until we could find out more about it.
Does Vash hear this?
Give me a perception with disadvantage, because you are full in your zone of hacker mode.
How do I go? Just checking.
Sorry.
Just wanted to double check.
It's pretty accurate.
I would start typing, but I'm pretty sure I'd start typing over crap over here. It's like, I've got the clickety clackety keyboard to do the sound, but.
Oh, okay, 6.
Yeah, you're in hacker mode.
Okay, cool.
You got Windows flying up, you're uninstalling malware while it's happening, hopping into the internet search history, so much porn. Just going through all of it. So, Frankie, yeah.
I'm not taking it off.
Okay, you got it on? Cool.
I'm gonna continue to just kind of like look around in the corner and poke and prod.
Okay.
I love that choice so much.
No. Frankie suddenly just disappears from existence. No. Frankie.
Oh, it's an invisibility cloak. How crazy would that be, right? You're like, oh no, all of a sudden she just disappears. We're like, oh shit.
Invisibility in the sense of she doesn't exist anymore. Can't see what doesn't exist. No.
A cloak of many things.
No.
Oh my gosh.
There's not patches.
Sorry.
On it.
I know. I was
Damn it. Am I rolling right now? I'm like, oh shit. Well, maybe that is what it is.
Well, maybe it is.
No, I can't keep giving you guys so. You guys have so. She's like, the goggles. I got this now. Like, I'm just gonna run out of things. I'm gonna forget what.
I don't have the goggles. Coley has the goggles.
Get that.
I just
Yes,
borrowed them
however,
from
you
her.
still have them on.
I do.
True.
Well, if I have them on, do I see that the cloak is like glowy?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it
all
even
the more
more.
reason to have it on. Yeah.
Very
Exactly.
glowy.
100%.
As you continue your search off to the right, you kind of pull back the tarp, and you see about 5 or 6 really nice paintings.
Are they magical, first of all?
No.
I'm gonna kind of like just look at one and turn around and see if I can tell anything about it.
Pull it out. I mean, give me a history check with. Yeah, you're in the arts, so we'll say with advantage. And Coley, I know you got an eye on her doing this too, so go ahead and you roll with history with advantage. Well, what'd you get, Frankie?
Let's not talk about it.
Did you get double nat ones? Is
I
that
said
possible?
let's not talk about it.
Is that possible? We need a picture of that in the roll of shame, please. If that happens,
that goes to the roll of shame for sure.
That goes to the roll
It
of shame.
has to.
Tanner.
9 was my high.
You know,
Can I give this one a go? If I'm lurking. I've read some books.
Sure, roll with disadvantage. But the levels are going up now as this is the third person.
Well, this is awesome. Natural 20. Let's go. Come on, Amber.
Yeah, it was a 12.
Yeah. I mean, you guys, maybe these are Thomas Kincaid. Like, I mean, he was the painter of light. Like, this might be that. I don't know.
Absolutely amazing. Nice
there's
reference.
Some cool paintings here. I mean, maybe they were like paint by number. I don't know, like kind of thing. But there's some cool paintings here. Like, you're surprised that they didn't put them up with, their posters that they have on the wall. Like, there's a couple of Bud Light posters in some places, stuff like that. All that around there. But yeah, there's some paintings. All right, Vash, back to you, sir. You're digging deep into this computer, and what you are able to uncover with what you rolled is the Blood Fangs place among the Gut Rackers. So they're a smaller gang within the larger faction of the Gut Rackers. And like we said, family, they all have different places and purposes and stuff like that. That you catch two things. One, the main thing they did was they created health potions and healing potions for the gut rackers cells and businesses in there. So this is the main thing there. You were able to find their recipe for it. So if you guys wanted to try and could get the ingredients and stuff like that and pull it together, you might be able to make your own health potions out of this place. The other thing that you're able to catch from all this is the Blood Fangs kind of started doing some side business stuff. You caught a little bit of this with the Shadowvar last week, or 2 weeks ago, but they were selling meth and crack mainly through the Shadowvar, being a supplier to them on that side of it as well. But that was their main, they were kind of the cooks in that sense of that was the main things that they were doing here. In their mind, they actually kind of, in the sense of uppers and downers, they were basically helping themselves out because people would get hurt from the drugs, and then they'd take the health potions to feel better. So they were kind of flooding the market from two angles to help themselves out.
There's not much here that I found, honestly. Currently, there's a recipe here for a health potion or something like that. But basically, these guys were double dipping into the drug and alchemy business. So, but other than that, there's nothing too important in this laptop.
How complicated is a health potion?
How complicated is the health potion? It is GM complicated.
It's complicated. No, what I would say is, it looks like a recipe, like any other recipe. It does start off with talking about like a trip to the Maldives and how they learned from their grandmother how to originally make in the Maldives a health potion for the first time, and that while they were there,
got that SEO on lock.
Yeah, it's like
right?
3 or 4 pages before you finally get to the fact that it's like 5 ingredients and like 18 steps that you go through to make it.
Yep.
So you guys can do it, and then the way we do this is it kind of be a skill check. You guys would tell me if you give me 3 correct skill checks, beating, I'm going to say you'd have to describe what skill you're using, and you beat them all 3, then that will give you your first potion. And then if you do that a few times, it becomes something that you guys can just do without having to do a skill.
Cool. Noted.
But that's how we'll play that. If you guys want to make some health potions, you say, okay, I'm using this skill I have to do this part of the recipe, then the next person would do it, and we have to have 3 successes before there's 3 failures.
Cool.
Does it say what they look like when they're done? Like, do I know if those are the potions that I gave Coley?
Yes, there is actually, of course, a beautiful picture of it, very well displayed. It's on a charcoal piece of background with the lighting just perfect off to the side of this, very soft lighting on this, especially, which is hard to do with a mason jar, a couple of rosemary sprigs around and stuff like that. But it's a red color, which 2 of the jars were kind of that same red color. So you know that 2 of the jars were healing potions. And then the 3rd jar was actually just a clear liquid, but it was magical.
Are there any other recipes?
Bash. We're gonna do a whole separate investigation for this one just to see. Depend how high you roll will depend on how many other recipes you find.
How's a 24 work for you?
Fuck you. That's what the
Why
the number
are you yelling
works.
at me? Ask the dice did it. I don't know what you want me to do.
With a 24, you get 2 more recipes. One of them is a potion of invisibility. And
is it clear?
It is clear. That one is more of a story of, young love and innocence. And and then the other one is a recipe for a potion of giant strength. And that one's a yellow color, and none of the potions you had there had that yellow color to it.
So can you tell us what the recipe is so we know what skills we might need to do?
So it's not much as it's not as much as the ingredients as it much as the process. So
What's
we
the
can
process?
get difficult, but I think that we can probably try it a couple times. I wouldn't want to do it here as this place seems very unsanitary. But now that we have them, maybe when we get back to Wapo, we can try and do them there because we have better.
I
No?
feel like here would be the perfect place to do them. I'm not taking any of this out of here back to my place of employment. And
do we
like
have
they're all stainless steel tables. We can just wipe them all down. It's fine.
Well, we can't really do anything. I don't see any mason jars.
We can go run to the bodega and grab some.
Right? We could just.
But
go
did you look?
Did you look, or did your dad look?
I was gonna say, I feel like Vash dad looked because this place is like the place to do it.
And I'm pretty sure all of the mason jars were taken and put into a bag.
No,
No,
just
but-
the 3 that were full.
Yeah, there's empty mason.
Oh.
Like this place is set up to cook. You've got.
Oh, so I can cook. So this
Yeah.
place is set up to cook.
This is how we transition into Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's happening. Just,
Oh yeah.
so we're all
If you
clear.
guys, you probably could find some recipes for other things that aren't magical, but those are the ones you found for potions.
Oh, why do we have a blue potion all of a sudden? It's mostly crystallized. It's weird, man.
It comes out as a jelly, then crystallizes.
And then it's weird. I don't know. It's fine. I don't know anything about this. Okay. No, we can definitely try. Although I'm not sure who wants to try and taste the first one, but we can give it a shot.
Let's try the potion of invisibility.
Great.
No, let's do the strength one.
That's
We already
okay.
have invisibility, and we already have. Wait, hold on. Reading through these,
I'm sitting
which
at
one seems the
29
most
health.
complicated?
At this point, everything is complicated for you guys. So all of them will be, to start off, will be a DC. I'm gonna say 20. So you have to have 3 successes before 3 failures. But you guys get to pick the skill you're using. You just got to describe how you're using it in that.
Did you say DC
Mhm.
20? What is the DC 20?
So you guys have your skills. You're doing a difficulty. What is that difficulty check for DC?
Difficulty check.
Yeah. So the difficulty is a 20. So 3 of you guys have to get pass. So you pick whatever skill. So it could be performance, it could be perception, it could be athletics, it could be whatever it is. You just describe, here's what I'm doing, using that in, and then if you beat that 20, get 3 of those before 3 failures, and you do it. Now, what I'll say is, time-wise today, you maybe get the chance to try to do 1 potion because it's going to take hard. But then, as you guys come back and do this, the DC level will go down, and the ability to make more, and then eventually it'll be like, yeah, you can make as many as.
And it's not average. 3 of us have to hit over 20.
Yeah, 3 separately. So it will go 1 at a time, saying, okay, you know, if King Gizzard's like, I'm using my athletics, and here's how I'm going to do it, because you got to shake at certain points. I got to shake it really hard. So I go for that.
We went through the tunnel.
Yeah. Again.
I'd be down to give it a go.
Oh, we're just gonna try it then. Okay, sure. I'm happy to facilitate as long as everybody. Maybe we start with the health potion first.
We have 2 of those, though.
I feel that those don't hurt having.
Agreed.
Okay. So to be clear, the mason jars, is that a dose, or is that like multiple doses?
It's a dose.
Mason jars are big.
Yeah,
They're
like
like
a
the
32
smaller-
ounce mason jar.
No, we're talking like the smaller mason jars.
You have 6 seconds per turn to drink the thing.
Well,
Hold on
that-
1 second.
I actually
Open
saw
that
somebody
gullet.
do that
Let's
the
I
other
go.
sent it to
day.
you. I sent it to you.
I
Yeah.
love that. But there's like, this is why it takes an action to drink a potion, because they're like,
Hold on a second. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So
I'm happy to give this a go if you guys want to.
Well,
Let's.
so I can
Yeah.
play along. At this point, Gizzard walks back into the room and he's wearing a whole bunch of the random stuff, like a Nike
Nice.
Just Do It shirt and the snapback Adidas pants, and none of it frigging matches. But hey, guys, I found these. Is any of this valuable? And he's just holding original PlayStation games, like PlayStation 1 from back then. Is this worth anything?
Ooh, retro. I mean, those are coming back.
Well, there's a whole crate of them out. What the hell is this?
Vash
Welcome
just stands
to
up and
the
goes.
lab.
Vash just stands up and goes. Excuse me for a second, and walks by King Gizzard.
You just walk out of the room, or are you walking over to the?
I go to wherever the video games are because beeline straight to wherever he's sitting. There's just games over here. Just.
Vash, you're gonna
Forget
come
the
back. We can
potion.
look at the PlayStations later.
Okay. Hold on one second. Just turns around and walks back over and sits down. Just like as much as a robot could be upset, just.
You can take 3 with you when we leave.
3? Okay.
Bash,
Okay.
you notice over there. There is a like of all the they have all the consoles.
Yeah. No. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This was
here I
the
am on
cooking,
Windows
partying,
XP.
hanging out place kind of thing. So anything
Hanging
you
out on
want to do,
Windows
there's
XP.
here. So
Whatever. Okay. Cool. So.
So we're gonna cook, party, and hang out, I guess.
all right.
Sounds good.
Best warehouse ever. New base. Who dis? Okay.
All right. Okay. So let's go into cook mode.
Let's go into cook mode. Awesome.
Who's
Pull
starting
out
off?
our full body
Electric flame
yellow.
over.
Yeah. So are we going for potion of giant strength is what we're going for to start off with?
I think
That healing.
healing. Yeah, we'll do another healing potion.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start off, and I'm gonna use performance
Okay.
to read out the recipe to everybody to make sure that everybody understands.
You got to read the
What-
story first. So I
Yeah.
imagine that's where that all comes from. Like just
Yeah,
to set the tone and the
100%.
scene, everything with that. Okay.
Yep.
All
Yep.
right. So give me a straight up.
So
13.
13. All right. So, yeah, Vash is like listening to you, but then you just constantly see him staring over at the consoles. King Gizzard like starts nodding off halfway through while you're talking about it. Coley, while you're talking, she kind of looks down in her bag at the potions going on with that. Amber on the other side is like she as you look up at the end, she's been counting the coins in the purse too. So yeah, nobody was really paying attention whenever you're going through it for some reason. All right, that's 1 failure. So like I said, 3 pass before 3 fail. So who wants to go next?
I'll give it a go with sleight of hand. So I'm just gonna like jump in there right away and just start moving some bottles around.
You're like, oh, first thing is mix these ingredients. So you're just kind of
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah. Do a little bartender flip.
Love it.
Math. That's gonna be 25.
Yay! We got our first pass. So you see Amber go, okay, walks over, grabs a couple of deals. You got a cauldron there. You're grabbing it. Like you said, you're like flipping the deals, like bartend on the side over in a Faerun, the library, we'd open up at the night and I'd do all this stuff, kind of going through it. So it's all dropping in there. All right, who's up next? So we got 1 pass, 1 fail.
I'll go, and I'll use survival.
Okay.
So he's just being extra careful with everything I do, just to make sure I don't use too much of something or too little of the other, or break something. Or I'm trying to keep the lizard out of the way also, so he doesn't fuck anything up.
Got it.
Twinkie, 20.
20. All right.
Yeah.
We got 2 passes.
No pressure.
All right. Who's going next?
Got something, Coley?
Vash.
I am a robot. And apparently the instructions were not so clear. I'm trying to.
He'd be all over it, but
Okay, I can roll something. I can do something.
Okay. What are you doing?
So based off of the lack of information we were provided by our lovely bard,
Hey, she provided all of it. You guys just weren't paying attention.
she did, man. But it was like I was like, just jump to the recipe, please. So in this
Thank you,
instance, I'm going to use my knowledge of magic and double check and make sure everything is working well and it's mixing properly and it's the emulsification effect is happening. So I'm going to roll Arcana.
Arcana. All right.
Oh no.
21.
21.
That's scary.
Perfect. So
I
with
don't
that,
like this game.
you see Vash in the last moment. He's checking it. He's looking at the ingredients. It's like the 18th step. He's like, oh, we gotta turn the temperature to this, turn it down, go this, that, yeah, all that. And then next thing you know, you see all of a sudden just kind of the liquid is like this dark black. And as he's swirling around on it, you just see it slowly just the color begin to lighten. It's suddenly this beautiful ruby red. And the smell of just like roses kind of fill the room. Everything kind of like relaxes in that moment. And as you pour it out, it's enough to fill one mason jar. So yes, you have one potion of greater healing. What you got from that?
Ooh, it's a greater healing potion.
Thank you, Vash. You did a great job. I'm gonna put the lid back on it and then add it to my bag.
To her
and
bag.
Put it
Yep.
inside.
That checks out. Yep.
It looks like the other ones. So you probably have now a total of 3 potions of greater healing. And about now, it's probably about, at this point, I'm going to say about 6 o'clock in the day.
GM.
Mm-hmm.
How long have I had my cloak on now?
Oh. It's been about an hour or so. Say, a little bit more than that. With this, feel a little bit more sneaky. So you feel like maybe you could hide in the shadows. No one could see you. Unless they really, really were looking and had a great ability to see you and all that. And you know what? It kind of resonates with you in this deeper person as far as who you are and your DNA as an elf. And so you have realized you have a cloak of elven kind, which I dropped in there. So it's while wearing this cloak, you have advantage on dexterity stealth checks. In addition, your enemies have disadvantage on perception checks to see you if you are hiding, as long as you are partially covered by dim light. So if you're kind of not out in the direct open or
Sweet.
so beautiful dark green cloak in there. All right. Other than that, anything else you guys want to do around the warehouse / hideout?
Is there anything in the cooking lab that we didn't go through or rifle through or anything like that?
King Gizzard, you give me an investigation check, because now you've been in here. Everybody else had a chance to look around here, see what they could find.
Get to my screen.
Also, I have one more question. Is there a printer where the recipes could have been printed out?
I mean, there's an old dot matrix there, so yeah.
Okay. Vash, could you take pictures of the recipes that are on the computer with your phone?
Vash turns around and has a copy of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, Final Fantasy VII, and Metal Gear Solid in his hands, and just turns around and goes, "Oh yeah, hold on," just like shoves them in his backpack and then takes a picture.
Assume you had already done that, but all right, King Gizzard, what'd you get for your perception? 13. With a 13, you had enough time to look around here. You find I'll say with that, you realize like some of these ingredients that you find, because as you were using your survival check to like, oh, I recognize this is warm root. Oh, I recognize this is this type of flower, all this kind of stuff. Like looking at those particular ingredients, and so far being here in New York City, like these are not easy to find ingredients. Like you've lived out on the streets, you've slept in parks, you've slept in all these places, you've never seen them anywhere, and you're pretty sure these ingredients, if you wanted to sell them just straight up as ingredients, you guys could probably make an easy 100 to 500 gold pieces off of the ingredients alone. But you'd then also be missing out ingredients to make potions. So you're able to catch that.
Hey, Coley. All this stuff that we just used to make this potion and everything else that could be used, where would one procure such ingredients?
That is a great question, Jim.
Give me a history check, Coley.
Oh, why history? Why can't it be insight? I have lots of insight into things. Damn you. 21. I rolled.
Damn you, 21.
A D20. A natural 20.
You rolled a nat 20 on that?
Hey.
Nat 20.
That's even better.
Don't curse me until you roll
Killing
the dice, then curse me. With a nat 20, Coley, you know that it's like typically ingredients like this are obtained from, if you've got a Snaggle that you would have talked to with gut rackers, you know that you've talked to Revniak in the past. He's been able to procure things like this as well, and he's connected mainly with the Shenu in Central Park. Outside of that, those were, as far as your connections to anybody that would be able to get you this type of particular ingredients, that would have been it. So understanding with a history check and having high insight as just a person in general, you realize that whenever they talk about the family, and Bobby Knocker talked about the fact like you're guys in the family now, you're probably going to get a lot of help from the family, but as you do that and continue to grow in the Gutracker family, they're going to expect a lot more out of you as well. So it's probably something where it's sourced from other gangs, and the Gutrackers would be able to get you those ingredients.
I'm going to relay all of that.
So if you guys ran out of it, sold these ingredients, you could probably get some more from the Gutrackers. Vash definitely found some emails where he knows who he could email to get that kind of stuff from. But you're also going to be adding to tally of things that they might reach out to you and say, hey, we need this from you.
Okay. I have one more question. Did they have any recipes in there for the other stuff they were cooking? The non-magical things?
Oh boy.
Yeah, I mean, Vash found those things too. So.
Okay.
So yeah, if you guys wanted to make some crack, you wanted to make some meth, you probably could.
I regret.
It's good to diversify.
Supply and demand. I mean, that was their
Absolutely.
whole thought, right? Yeah. Flood the
I
market with
love
one.
that it started as like high-end kilo of cocaine, and now we're just like, nah, they were straight cooking meth.
Yep.
Well, you can't make crack without cocaine. It's crack cocaine.
Okay.
So
What? Just
You're right.
that's why that was.
Without the other.
uh-huh.
All right. So it's getting late into the evening now for you guys. Vash, I'd say at this time, if you wanted to go out to eat, you could DoorDash in, whatever you want to do as far as food is concerned. But tomorrow Vash probably has to go to work. So I'll leave this to you as far as what you want to do with that. Or if you want to try to cook another potion, you can do that too. We'll let that happen.
Oh, I won't be able to help. I have to get home and power down for a little bit so that I can be up for work the next morning.
Yeah, we've kept you long enough, bub.
Yeah, I'm not excited to talk to my supervisor at all, but that'll be fine.
Do you want me to go talk to him?
Oh, no, I don't think that they'd let you in. You don't have a badge.
Could you get us badges?
No, you don't work there.
Stinking batches.
Vash, can I see your badge?
It's at home.
I'm surprised you don't carry it with you.
Well, I'm always afraid that someone might take it off me. New York is a dangerous place sometimes.
Nah. Do you think I could, like, if we were to go to Wohop tonight to maybe get something to eat, could you run upstairs and grab it so I could see it?
I would absolutely go up there and take a picture of it for you. Yes.
But what if I wanted to physically hold it in my hands?
Why do you want to hold a badge?
So I can look at it.
I would take the picture so you could look at it.
But I want to see the details of it.
I prefer not to because I don't want anything to happen to it. We could get in some big trouble if we lose that badge.
You can sit there right next to me and watch me hold it.
Usually when I sit next to people in this group and I watch them hold things, they end up in bags. So I'd prefer not to.
Hey. That might be true of Coley and Amber, but I don't even have a bag.
Yeah, I know.
I haven't stolen anything from anyone.
Not at all. Didn't say anybody stole anything. I'm just saying that miraculously things end up in people's bags. That's all I'm saying. No inflation
Fair.
of stealing
Holding
at
it
all.
for safekeeping.
Exactly. And you know what? I don't think I believe that my badge is in a safe kept spot.
Rollies.
D20, yes?
Yes.
Greg, pick a number.
So I want to do persuasion now.
What?
I want to see if I can persuade you.
What would my opposite of persuasion?
If you're wanting to do that,
This isn't rollies. This is a persuasion check
Well,
against me.
Trying to
It's-
persuade you.
here's what it is. It's Frankie's persuasion or deception. She gets to choose. She doesn't have to tell you which one she's doing with that. And then Vash, it's your insight versus that.
Okay.
If you guys decide you want to go down this, but yeah.
Going down this route.
So
You ready?
let's do this first.
Yep.
Bash, I want to know what your insight is first. That way we
20.
know what Frankie's rolling against. 20.
It's 20.
Those look like curses.
Natural 20.
So bitch.
Damn.
I
Which
was a 19,
equates to a 27, sir.
I was a 19 plus 1.
Nice.
So,
Wow.
Bash, you believe her. 100%. Like, whatever she's telling you right now, whether it's persuasion or deception, you don't know which one she's doing
Yep.
on it. But yeah, you 100%, whatever she's telling you as far as like, yeah, I'll give it back to her. I just want to hold it and check it out. 100% what she's trying to do.
Okay, Frankie, I trust you. I can show it to you.
Thanks, Vash. I appreciate that. I know that's not easy for you.
No, it's a bit rough. So, but okay, I'll get it for you.
Thank you. So I guess we're going back to Wohop.
Okay.
Guess we're
So
going back to
that
Wohop.
Vash can go bring me his key card.
When you're up there, can you take a picture of your
No.
cat?
No, I can't.
Can you bring one down?
No. They don't go outside much.
We don't need them to. We just want to.
You know, going
Like
outside is
banana.
good for animals too,
I
though.
feel we talked about this last time. They don't like taking pictures. It's very okay. I will take a picture. I will take a picture of the cat and I will bring my badge. Is that fair?
That
Yes.
sounds amazing.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you, Vash.
Perfect. So, yeah, you guys are able to go out. You lock up. As you close it, you can see the lights kind of turn off in the cook room. I'm gonna call it that.
The cook room.
The cook
Amazing.
room. It's not a kitchen. It's a cook room. So you're able to close up the hideout, head out. Frankie, lock it up, and you guys are able to head out from there. As you guys are leaving the warehouse, kind of walking down the street, give me a group perception check. I need, let's say 3 of you guys to get over a 12.
20.
22.
12.
We got it.
19.
19. We got it all. Did you get it too, Vash, or are you off in the?
Oh no, I got 13. Just made it.
So all of you guys notice, kind of across the street, sitting on a stoop, is a bugbear in a leather jacket, just kind of sitting there smoking a cigarette, watching you guys as you go by, and kind of gives you a little bit of a head nod. You guys are walking by. And as you get a little closer to him, he just goes, not necessarily making eye contact with you, but just kind of goes, "You guys get settled in?"
I wouldn't say we're settled.
There's the bug bar with the leather jacket and slick back hair.
Yeah, beautiful.
He's like, you let me know if you need anything.
And you are
Name's Clark.
Clark.
Clark with a hard G at the end. Yeah. The family name. And he's kind of looking at you guys, but he keeps like looking around and stuff like that. He's like, don't worry though. I'll keep an eye on the place. Did it for the previous tenants.
Okay. Is there any reason that it needs to be kept an eye on? Does anybody come around trying to mess with it at all?
Not that I've ever seen, but it never hurts to be cautious.
Do we have any way for him to like get in touch with us magically or by phone?
Well, I was gonna say about that time he kind of pulls out a card, and he's like, you know, holding it out while not looking at it and just smoking his cigarette and just going, in case you need me for anything.
I'll take it from him.
Cool. Look down and it just kind of has like Clark Smith. Say last name Smith. Keep it as simple as part. Has a phone number on there. It has a emblem and a logo for what is the name of it? Glamour Corp. On it there, and it just says
Grammar or glamour?
Glamour Corp.
Like country grammar by Nelly.
You know, that's the electricity bill that you found on the bugbear that you killed last time. That was the name of the corporation for the warehouse that was there, and it just says assistant associate director on it.
Assistant associate director.
Most random nondescript title that's on it. And he's like,
words.
He's like, you just let me know if you need anything. Family's got your back.
So he's with the gut wreckers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, we have our own bodyguard now.
You already had that.
You see him drop it on the floor, put out his cigarette, and just kind of heads off walking down the street.
Nice jacket.
My mom's. No. So, you now have Clark from the family, the gut wreckers, if you needed to connect with. But you got his phone number if you need to.
Okay. So before we fully leave, I want to look back at the building and just do another once over to make sure to see if there's any weak points of entry or anything like that. If there's anything we need to reinforce to make sure in case Clark isn't around.
Give me I like the idea of a survival check in that one. What you're looking for on that.
Okay. Well, that's good. 15.
I mean, as far as you can tell, it's secure. You heard them saying something about an alarm system. You know, Frankie going in. She mentioned something about the alarm system not being on, but you don't see any need for that. I mean, it looks like it's an abandoned warehouse to some extent. So from everything you've seen being around New York City, like, it's indescript. There's nothing that would make anybody want to break into the place. And really, like, nothing, windows being boarded up, different things like that. Like, if somebody's going to try to get into it, they're going to have to put in some time and effort to it. But it also, like, you know, that room that was hidden there, if somebody didn't know for sure or have special goggles, they weren't going to find it.
Okay.
So you feel like it's pretty safe little hideout, and doubly so. Like, if you guys ever needed to get away from some heat on you, you guys know you could probably hide out in there pretty well, and nobody would know how to find you. Even if they came in there, got into the warehouse, they wouldn't know where to find you in the warehouse if you guys got into the cook room.
Okay.
So
That their cookery.
Yeah, it serves a purpose, and it's now your guys' to use to serve that purpose. So, you guys head a couple blocks over, able to get on the metro, ride it over to Chinatown, hop out.
In the meantime, I'm gonna grab my glasses back from Frankie.
Oh, yeah, I
and put
already
them back
gave
in
it
my bag.
back to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Totally. So yeah, you guys hop out and you're able to go over to Wohop, and same old restaurant you guys are used to, down into the belly of a basement, and just memorabilia everywhere, signatures, pictures, dollar bills, all on the walls. You got your booth in the corner, and it's as you walk over, you see two blonde girls sitting at it, and you can tell they're just like taking it in, talking. They're total touristy in the moment, sitting at your table. Kind of a little bit of a standoff as you guys are standing there, and they're kind of just sitting there like, you know, taking pictures of their food and the stuff around them and all that kind of deal while they're sitting in your booth. Just like, I love it. It's just so quaint. Don't you love it too? I can't believe you found this on Yelp. I know.
Frankie, they
Can
gotta
I
go.
do a perception check on them?
Yeah.
The aggression that just happened of like the minute you said that, everybody's like, hold on a second. What? Sit at my table. Do you know who I am?
Right? I got a math. 17 plus 6.
Okay.
Can I tell anything about them? Like
There,
that I would.
I mean, what are you wanting to know about them in a sense?
So what I want to be able to do is be like, oh, I see you girls. Yeah. Did you know that over there at that booth, there's a picture of so and so? You guys should totally go sit over at that booth instead.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. You get that they're out of towners, they're touristy, and they would be, from that perception check, that they would be totally onto that. Now give me a persuasion check. Persuasion or deception. Depends if you're actually telling the truth about that other booth or if you're lying about it. I don't know. It's up to you.
It's almost like intimidation.
An 18?
18, yes.
Oh, you see her go, really?
Yeah.
Wayne Newton sat at that? Wayne Newton
himself, yeah.
Oh my.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a picture of him over there and everything.
But, oh my gosh. But we ordered at this table. Do you think that they'll deliver it to the other table? Still?
I know the wait staff. I'll make sure that they get your meal to you. No problem.
People said people in New York were such jerks, but we've just ran into the nicest people everywhere we've gone. Oh my gosh. So thank you so much. Come on, Sarah, let's go.
So welcome.
They hop over and go to the other booth and sit down, and you just see them like sitting there rubbing the table, just talking about how awesome it is and stuff like that.
For the record, I say nothing to the wait staff. I do not care.
Okay. Love it. You guys are all able to climb into your booth and settle in to discuss things. Vash, do you settle in or do you head upstairs immediately?
Without saying anything, Vash goes upstairs.
Okay. So yeah, kind of the standard. The four of you guys are crowding into the booth while Vash disappears to go upstairs at that moment. About 20 minutes go by and 2 plates of food get dropped off and some wontons and a couple of drinks from one of the other waitresses' friends. So yeah.
I'm gonna grab one of them and just start fucking demolishing it.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are able to finish the plates before the other table even notices, and I think you see them getting onto the waitress, and the other waitress there gives you a side eye, Frankie.
I'm just gonna kind of give her like a.
I flip them off.
She flips you off back and goes back into the back to get an order in.
I wasn't flipping off the waitress. I was flipping off the girls.
Oh, they weren't looking at you. They were pissed off at the waitress. They believed Frankie was 100%. They trusted her and everything that she said. So it wasn't Frankie's fault. It was the waitress's fault.
I still flip them off.
Okay. All right. Vash, you come back a few minutes later.
Nope.
Nope. Not at all?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm gonna go knock on Vash's door.
No answer.
Give me a well first, give me a I'm gonna say that for you, Frankie, this will be a survival check to see if you can find his apartment and how to get up there and stuff.
Thank you.
Because you've never been there before, and to figure it all out and go from there.
Oh no.
What'd you roll?
What do you think I rolled?
Feels good, bro. Feels good.
You go out, you go down a few doors. Pretty sure this is the one that you've seen Vash go in before. And you're looking at the buzzer to see maybe which one is his, and you don't see any names really. Like the names are on there are kind of faded and have been gone for a while, and you just start going down and hitting all the buzzers. You get an old lady on one of them. What? Huh? It's a next one down, some guy's like, I didn't order any food. Da, da, da. You get to like the fourth one and you buzz it and wait a few seconds and the door buzzes back. Somebody just lets you in if you want to go up the stairs. So you go up the stairs and you see about 4 or 5. It goes up, it's just stairs going up, and there's a door on every single floor. As you go through each one of the doors, a couple of them don't answer. The old lady answers one of them. You get to another one, it's the guy, whatever. None of them are Vash. So you spend a good probably 30 minutes going through all the doors and realizing this is not where Vash is before you kind of head back out and go back to Wohop.
I'm gonna try to call him on my cell phone.
Okay.
Dash, are you going to answer?
Oh, yeah, Vash will answer. Hello?
Hey, are you coming back down?
No, I'm very tired and I'm already plugged in, so I think I'm going to call it a night. Thank you so much.
But I thought you were gonna let me see your card.
Oh, I can show it to you later.
It'd be really helpful if I could see it before you go to work tomorrow.
No, I'll just show it after work tomorrow because I'll already have it on me, but I really need to power down. It's been a long week. I'm not used to doing this all the time.
Can I do a perception check to see if you're lying? You liar, McLiar.
Why? I'm a robot. Why would I lie?
You said you were gonna show me the card.
You also
and a photo of the kitties.
And I am gonna do that. Absolutely.
You didn't agree to win.
True.
I mean,
my cats are sick. I'm sorry, guys.
Insight versus persuasion deception. So Vash, if you guys want to go through this, so Vash, roll me a persuasion or deception, whichever one you're doing. You don't have to tell us. And Frankie, you roll an insight.
Everybody can see it. So.
Oh well, I can't.
Never mind. I can't tell shit because that was my 4th nat 1 for the night.
Oh hell yeah!
No, it's because your
yeah.
first 3 rolls were like
so good.
So good.
It's also the dice tell the story, so it's very much what's happening in this.
So no, going to bed. Good night.
All right.
I gotta go to work in the morning. I gotta get up.
So Vash is off, powered down, and the 4 of you are around the table. If you guys want to try to talk through maybe what you want to do.
Does anybody know what time school goes to work?
Not me.
I'm gonna assume like 5 o'clock in the morning and doesn't get off until like 6 o'clock at night. With the way that boy talks about work.
Do we know where his office is?
Yeah, right? We know where he works, right? Yeah, we do. We know where Dick Strongthorn's office is.
You know the building. Is it in your notes? You know the building. What department does Vash work in?
I just need. I don't care about the floor. I just need to know the building.
I'm excited.
Why are you being so mean right now, Vash?
Hold on, I know what welding it is.
I have to go to work tomorrow. Saying it for an entire week now.
He works in the Dick Strongthorn Financial District.
Yep.
Building.
He works in Dick Strongthorn.
Wow.
Dick Strongthorn's building.
I am the Strongthorn.
Okay.
Frankie, you know from years of interaction with Vash that, yeah, you don't necessarily, you've never seen him in Wohop, because Wohop's not a breakfast place, but you've never seen him there for lunch, and he always came in the evenings, mainly. So it was later in the evenings when he'd come in and interact with.
Yeah, I don't
So
think he
what are
talked
you
until
guys'
like
thoughts
6-ish.
as to
Hmm?
what are y'all's thoughts as to what we do tomorrow while Vash is at work?
I think we go buy a couple of gems with the cash that we have from the Diamond District so that we've got the gold and the gems that we need to get the book. Because we don't,
Or we could make some more potions.
we could do both.
I'm down for some potions. Didn't Bobby Knocker tell us where we could potentially go get some gems too? I would rather
Oh, yeah.
spend money on things if we didn't have to.
Yeah. Pull a little heist, make some potions.
Yeah.
Does anybody think that someone should stay close to Vash just in case something goes wrong with him and his work? Yeah, it's been gone.
I mean, yes, because I just want to make sure he has his back covered, but I'm not sure that we've had any interactions with anyone from his work yet.
Yeah, I can listen. I can blend in. It's no issue. Like the crazy homeless thing is perfect. I'll just sit out front and be a fucking maniac all day and just watch. If
I'm
we
loving
think-
this. I'm like ready to go into this if you guys want to, because we can scan to the next day and finish this up before we go.
Well, that's if we think it's needed. If we don't think it's needed, then I can stick with y'all and just leave Vash on his own.
Maybe we
Snooze
should
off
ask Bash what Bash would want.
Well,
I think Bash
is ignoring
Bash
this.
is gonna say no.
I like the idea of Vash having some backup. I think that's good. And I think the three of us can make some potions, do some more recon, etc. And then hopefully we'll be able to talk to Vash a little bit more after his shift is over tomorrow.
Very good.
All right, that we're gonna end not this session, but end for the Sunday night before we go into Monday. Okay. So I'm going to say you guys are able to go back to your respective places and stuff. Frankie, Amber, and Coley, you guys plan, from doing a little quick Google search, that the gym store in the Diamond District, that it opens up like at 9 o'clock in the morning. So you guys plan to meet up for coffee nearby, kind of where that's on there. King Gizzard, you go crazy homeless, sit outside near Wohop waiting for Vash for the next morning whenever he gets up. And you guys all are able to take a long rest.
Thank God.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you guys still hadn't taken a long rest at this point. It's like, all right.
Jeez.
Struggling.
You all go to sleep, and we are going to cut to two scenes. First, what you don't see is a tall, pale man in a black trench coat walking down in the middle of the night, dark lit street that, if you were seeing this, you would recognize as the battle scene of your battle with the Blood Fangs. And you see him walking over to puddle marks of blood kind of left over on the concrete. And you see him manipulate with his hand, and the blood comes up and swirls in front of him. You see him inspect it, and it just drops to the floor. He walks over to another puddle, waves his hand, it flies in the air in front of him, swirls. You see him looking at it, and it drops to the floor. Goes over to the sidewalk. Pool of blood whirls in front of him, and as he looks at it, you see just a sinister smile come across his face. He reaches out and grabs it, puts it in his pocket. Second, Frankie, I need you to roll me a Constitution save.
We couldn't have done this at the beginning of the night when I was rolling good. Everything was
Nope.
lovely. Nope,
If
let's
only
do
you
it.
had the giant dice you could roll.
You know what? Heck you. 14?
Rip.
No, 14's not bad, right?
I'm
Right?
so glad we just got that
As-
long rest.
As you are, roll me a DC 100 or a D100 real quick.
Ooh.
The 100. Roll. I don't know. Is that a 10 or is that a 100?
Ooh, oh, crap. This is like the biggest argument among all. What was on the die? What did you have? A 0?
A 10 and a 0.
A 10 and a 0?
Yeah.
Okay, so it. Sorry.
Do you want me to roll again? And try not to get a 10 and a 0?
No. Well, yeah, because it's on opta. I
Wait.
was like, if it's 50 or higher, it's this. If it's 49 or lower, it's this. So it literally determines between the two. So
Wait, what did you roll? What dice?
you
I rolled it on the screen. And it rolled a 10 and a 0.
But what did it?
That-
total
Isn't that
up to
100?
instead?
That's 100.
That's 100.
You rolled 100. You rolled a perfect score.
Yeah.
As
I
you
rolled
are
100.
as you are deep in sleep and in a dream state, you begin to have a very fuzzy kind of, those hazy dreams where it's like images and pictures of things coming, but nothing is in focus. And you just see bright light that is coming closer to you, but as it is coming closer, you can feel you continue to pull away from it. That there's parts of you that desire it to reach you, but parts of you that are pushing away from it, getting close to you, and it never quite reaches you. And as you push back, it pushes away from you, and it's always at this distance to where you can never quite put it into focus. And it's just a bright light that, as you try to, every time it's just this constant give and pull and give and pull, until finally all of a sudden you wake up in just a haze of not being able to put anything together in it, of just like, what the hell was that? And it felt like it was a dream, but it felt like it was more than a dream. Like there was something real about this, but you can't quite put your mind exactly on what it was. And as you're trying to figure it out, you fall back to the night. All right. Next morning we wake up. Vash, what time do you get up?
6.
And that's when you head out, or that's when you get up?
Heads out about 6:30 so that he catch the subway straight to work. So he's probably downstairs about 6:30. Grabs a cup of coffee, which he doesn't drink, and then leaves.
Cool. King Gizzard.
Unless somebody's awake.
Yeah. King Gizzard, give me a perception check to see if you catch him coming by.
Fuck no, I don't. 9.
So yeah, well, actually, let's make this fair. Vash, give me a stealth check.
Yeah, the robot was stealth. Still gonna win. Shake more. Just keep shaking your head.
Just so we're all aware, I have disadvantage, and I have +2. My first roll was a 3, and my second roll was a 2.
Holy shit.
Bash literally trips over King Gizzard.
And you just hear clank, 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 clank.
Click,
Yeah,
click.
just tick, 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 like backpack on the ground. Oh shit!
Why do I picture Vash is also like, sorry, gets up and
Yeah,
just keeps
the whole
walking,
time
doesn't recognize what's
apologizing.
going on too.
Apologizing the whole time, not realizing what has just happened.
Cool.
Sorry. Excuse me. Sorry.
So, Vash, do you recognize that it was King Gizzard, or do you just keep on going?
Absolutely not. I'm just trying to go to work. I got things to do, man.
All right. So, King Gizzard, you get violently woken up by Vash tripping over you, and you're able to get up and follow him as he heads off to work. You get to the office. You see him outside of this huge just skyscraper, just glass and steel. And you see Vash just walk up, pull out his badge, blink, and walk in.
So what are my surroundings at this point? Like what's around me?
It's financial district, so it's just big old like skyscrapers. Not many people this early. Some people, because it's right around 6:45, 7 whenever he's kind of walking in. So there's not a whole lot of people here. You see a few other homeless people around the alleys. Sleeping on some cardboard by the buildings and a couple of the alcoves wherever they could get out of the breezeway and stuff like that. And yeah, kind of just
Buildings on both sides of the street.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So.
All right, I find a spot that isn't too crowded with like-minded people and pop up, and I just start doing the normal stuff.
Keeping track.
Pop the hat on the ground, lizard on the shoulder, and I start mumbling and watching.
Awesome. All right. We'll cut over to the three ladies who are now sitting outside of Gilded Petals Jewelers. Gilded Petals Jewelers. It's in the heart of the Diamond District, nestled among the grandeur of New York's jewelry haven. It's a magnificent jewelry store. The facade of the store is adorned with large, gleaming windows that showcase an array of sparkling treasures that entice any passerby. And as you guys three step inside, you are enveloped with an atmosphere of elegance and opulence. The interior is adorned with tasteful crafted showcases, displaying an exquisite assortment of dazzling necklaces, bracelets, rings, all fine jewelry that you could think of. The soft glow of carefully positioned spotlights enhance the radiance of the gemstones that you guys see around you, casting mesmerizing reflections that dance upon the walls. The air is scented with a delicate blend of polished wood, velvet, and the faintest hint of precious metals. The store is impeccably designed with plush carpeting underneath your feet that quiets your footsteps and luxurious velvet drapes that provide a sense of intimacy and exclusivity. Polished glass counters offer a clear view of the store's most prized pieces, which are guarded by vigilant and knowledgeable staff, ready to assist all the visitors of any discerning taste. All of them are in beautiful black suits with a red rose in each one's lapel pin off to the side of it. And as you get close to the red rose, you realize each one of those red roses are actually made of gems in and of themselves, hence gilded petals with each one of them. And as you guys three ladies walk in, you hear they're kind of looking at all three of you. Did you guys change or dress up or anything? How are you guys walking into this place? Just curiosity.
I put on like a clean shirt and I still have my cloak on.
Okay. Amber, same thing.
I own this outfit, so this is what I'm wearing.
Okay. Coley?
I'm gonna have on a posh punk outfit.
Okay. So,
like Sammy from TikTok.
Oh,
yeah,
that kind of posh punk. Okay.
Yeah. Decked out in the Prada.
All right. Awesome. You see one of the ladies that you're walking up to. She kind of looks over Frankie and Amber, but then she gets to Coley and she's like, well, welcome to the Gilded Petals. How can I help you? What can I get for you ladies today? Is there an occasion? Is somebody getting married? Is somebody getting divorced? What's happening?
So the gems that we're looking for, do we know what we would they be out in?
You know, if you were doing conversion in your head, you need at this point, because about it takes, did we say 100? Yeah, $100 to make one gold piece. So you need probably 100,000 to finish this off, about $100,000 in gems, or you need, if you were for the remaining that you need, if you were trying to finish it off. But if you're trying to get like the total 3,000 gold pieces in gems, you would need $300,000 in gems to make this happen.
That's not what I'm asking.
Oh, okay.
I'm
sorry.
asking, would we, when we walk in here, be able to see the gems that we're looking for? Would they be out?
Yeah, I mean, it's a jewelry store. So like I described, there's like gold glass cases with gems and jewelry all around. It's a jewelry store. So there's like...
Okay. Let me just, for my own understanding, because I may have or may not have zoned out just a little bit, ADHD, but not because I don't have it diagnosed. Aren't they magical? Don't they have to be magical?
No.
Not at all.
No.
Just gotta be gems.
Okay.
Can I ask?
It doesn't matter which gems?
No.
Yeah.
Rubies,
Would one
diamonds.
of those rose things that they're all wearing maybe equal $100,000 worth of gems?
Give me a history or perception check with advantage, Amber.
Okay. History or what? Sorry.
Or perception, either one. Whichever one you want.
Perception. Okay. Dirty 21.
Okay. With that, you know, like each one of those are probably worth about, $5,000.
All right.
So
Good to know.
Can we say that we talked about this a little bit while we were at coffee this morning?
oh yeah.
I know we came in here without a plan, and
Well, I made you
Greg
come in
said
here
we
without
were
a plan.
going to coffee beforehand.
yeah. So
Sorry.
flashback to the
Flashback
coffee
as you guys are
shop.
sitting here, high style. Flashback to.
We need some diamonds.
We need a lot of diamonds because we also need some stuff for Vash to be able to make the aardvark too. So
do we know how many Bash needs?
I think he just needs one or two.
One.
Yeah. So I feel like Coley and I, like Coley, I think you're the front, right? Like I think you go in and you
Agreed.
tell them what we're looking for and say like maybe you want to make like a bracelet or something, and so that way they have to pull out a lot of gems, right? So that you can look at the different gemstones that they have available so that you can pick out the ones that you want. And then while we're doing that, we can distract them so that Amber can start swiping gems as we go through and have this conversation. And so like you can like, hey, let's bring out some rubies and let me look at some of your ruby gems. And then let me see some of your emeralds. And then let me see some of your diamonds. And then just kind of like go through it.
I think they'll notice though if we're swiping gems, so we probably need pretty decent fake to replace them with. I may or may not have some at my pawn shop. What say you, GM?
Well, yeah, you had talked about this. You had this glass jar of basically fake gems. So yeah, you've brought it. You passed them out to Amber, or maybe even yourself, as far as like you've got a stash of gems that you could possibly trade out with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think we tell them that we're making a piece of jewelry, and so we want to see the different gems that they have, and as we kind of go through, kind of swap out some of the real ones for the fake ones.
Okay.
I'm into that.
Yeah. Do we feel good with this?
Uncut gems. Let's do it.
Is this a mini heist? Is that what's happening with just the three of you?
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah, apparently
Yeah.
so. All right. Well, I will say this too. Is there anything else though that like give me in general all of you guys an insight check.
$19.
21.
16?
Okay. All three of you guys, as you walk in, you look around. None of these people have the gold ring around their eye, and they're all humans.
Nice. Okay.
You guys are basically in a store where nobody is magical and nobody's going to know you're magical. So you kind of have, if Bobby Knocker was giving you a place to rip off, he was giving you a place that, hey, for somebody with magic and the ability to cast spells, you might have that to your advantage as well.
So I can always, like, if we get into like a situation, I can always try to charm them too, to get them to.
And worst case scenario, I grab those bad boys, they step out of there, and meet y'all back in our warehouse.
Sounds good.
Well,
like it.
what about we have that invisibility potion, don't we?
We think we have an invisibility potion.
do.
That's true.
But
We
how-
haven't duplicated it, so we don't
Also,
know.
how long does it last? Because the last thing we want, and also like, are they'd still see like the gems disappearing, right?
I thought I dropped
Yeah.
it in there, guys. You know that an invisibility potion lasts for an hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Okay, and we also have that cloak, right? So if you
I'm
put
just
things in the
thinking.
pocket of
Cut the
that
power.
cloak,
Oh wait, hold on. Let me look at my bag of holding and see what I have.
Look at you all using your resources. I'm so proud.
Yay!
All the stuff we stole and pocketed, we're actually using now. It's so good.
Oh,
Maybe.
we have the pocket watch. This elegant silver pocket watch is eternally stuck at 11:11. Once per day, the wielder can turn back time by 1 minute, allowing them to redo a recent action or event. Effect: rewind time by 1 minute once per day. Quirk: each use slightly ages the user, adding a temporary wrinkle or a strand of gray hair. So we could
Cool.
use that one time to go back if things get dicey.
if things go bad.
We have the goggles. We have the echoing umbrella to record conversations. We have some other things. Let me see if I have anything else that might.
So with the invisibility potion, is anything that's on me also invisible? Cool. I say I just drink this potion, follow y'all in.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, yeah, we won't get nitty gritty on this. So yeah, anything that you're touching that you want to be invisible to some extent, like that is not a human, so that gets to be invisible.
Yeah, and then I can just, as we're looking at stuff, easily swap out the diamonds as y'all are talking, and they won't even know I am there.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I'm down.
All right. So let's walk through this then.
So Amber's gonna take the potion, like at the corner before we walk up to the store, and then Coley and I are gonna walk in together.
And I'll walk in
Amber,
between you guys. Yeah, that way. Yeah.
Yep.
Trying to find the right music for this. Tense, but not too tense.
It should be like 007.
Well, then there we go. We're going back into that one.
Yep.
This one's like. Dun, dun,
I'm like, I can't hear any of it, so I don't,
I know.
I don't know.
Me
I
either.
need to figure out how
But
to
I
get the
like
music
going
pumped back
back
to
to
you guys.
listen.
Yes.
Yeah, it's fun to be like, oh, good choice.
Okay, so Coley, you walk up. You're heading this very Sammy posh punk style, and the lady looks at you and goes, "Well, welcome to the Gilded Petal. Ladies' Day Out, I'm guessing here. So what's going on? Is it a special occasion? Somebody getting married? Somebody getting divorced? What's going on here?"
It's Thursday, and I'm looking to get a new bracelet.
Monday. It's Monday.
That's the occasion.
It's Monday. It's Monday.
It's Monday. Thank you.
She just starts laughing back.
She's so rich, she doesn't know what day it is.
Hey, I understand. Nobody ever wants it to be Monday, so I'm okay with whatever day you want it to be. So what are we
It's
looking?
Thursday every day.
Sounds great to me. So what are we trying to make here?
Oh yeah, I'm really interested in getting one of those gold tennis bracelets, but I'm thinking that I want to do like a rainbow themed with the colors, or just something to show, to stand for something, but also be beautiful.
Okay, and so I ask a lot of times our customers come in with their own loose gems. Do you have that, or are you needing us to provide the gems?
No, yeah, I'm gonna be buying the gems.
Okay, and you said
I'd like to see the raw ones, please.
Okay, all right, and you're saying assortment. So let's start with some diamonds. So everybody likes a good diamond. I mean, we got to have a statement piece to this, I imagine, to kind of set the whole tone of what's going on here. So give me a second. She turns around. You see her like pull a key card out and kind of swipe, and then put her finger onto one of the deals. So biometric kind of scans on it. You hear it click, and she opens up and pulls it out. She walks over and lays out a nice little black velvet blanket in front of you guys, and you see her just start laying out a bunch of diamonds. Now, what size are we thinking? Are we thinking starting off like about 6 carat diamonds? What are we doing here?
Bigger is always better.
Did she close the safe behind her, or did she leave it open? I'm looking intently at that.
Yeah.
She did close it behind her.
Okay.
She's got her system.
She's in the zone.
She does her stuff.
Okay.
She knows this, so she lays out a few.
Okay.
You guys just know walking in here, as you walk through the door, there was security. So it was like very clear, like, hey, there's security guards around, but they're very descriptive in what they're doing. They're not hovering over you guys or anything like that. So yes, she lays out about 6 very large diamonds in front of you. And she goes, okay, so are we thinking princess cut? Are we more square cut? What kind of ideas are we thinking? And by the way, I didn't catch your name. I'm Sarah, by the way.
Oh, hi, Sarah. Maggie.
Maggie. Nice to meet you, Maggie. And you see her look over at one of the ladies and she goes, can we get some champagne for the ladies? I think we need some champagne. And it's just you and Frankie, so it's just you and Frankie standing there, of course. So it's like, she doesn't see Amber at all. But, okay. So, which one are we thinking here? And as she looks up, Amber, give me a sleight of hand check. What was that?
Sorry, my dog was being psycho. 26.
26. Frankie, you're watching, like, she looks up, and as soon as she looks up at Coley to talk to her, you might have had your deal. You just see one of the diamonds just shift a tiny bit, and that's it. Like, you were watching it, and all you saw was kind of like, almost like you see something out of the corner of your eye kind of thing, but as you turn, there's nothing there. That, before your very eyes, one of these diamonds just kind of, and then Amber, I'm gonna say you're able to pocket a few of them really quickly. You were sitting there, you remembered, it's all invisible to you, so like you were able to fill the same size diamonds really quickly and switch out a few. So Coley, she's looking at you.
How many are we trying to get again?
As many as we fucking can.
As long as you guys
let's
can do
see
on
those
this.
blue
All of them?
ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's clean them out.
Game Master, what'd you say?
Yeah, so you have about 6 diamonds there, chit-chatting, you pick out a few, and he's like, okay.
I'm gonna pick one up and be like, I don't know. These look kind of dull, don't you think, Coley? And it's going to be one of the ones that Amber switched out. Like, it's the one that I noticed that rocked.
Oh, jeez.
She does pick it up and she goes, "It's funny. That is interesting. Okay, yeah, that does look a little duller than I am so sorry. I'm sensing we've got some really discerning taste here. Let me get some better ones." You see her pick them up, put them back in. She turns it around, click, turns back around, like see her looking down, pulls out another tray, pulls out some more diamonds in front of you. She goes, "I'm sorry, these are a lot higher grade carat on this. So clarity is at the toppest tier on this. Well, you've heard of the 3 C's. So this one is definitely my higher grade clarity on these. I am sorry, I did not realize how discerning of a taste that we had, but definitely." Amber, if you want to go for it again as she looks up, if you want to go for another sleight of hand check, you can.
Nat 20.
You're able to swipe all of them out. 100% on
Nice.
that. Yeah. Okay.
We have so many diamonds.
And then I'm going to turn to Coley and just go, "Maggie, I don't know. I just feel like diamonds are so gauche. Don't you think you'd like something more like, I don't know, emeralds?"
You know, I think I would. Emerald, and I would like to see some rubies if possible.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
The green and red, beautiful.
I mean, why can't it be Christmas all year round? It can be Thursday every day. Why can't it be Christmas every day? So she grabs the diamonds, turns around. You see her go to another spot, click, pull out, brings a couple trays, lays out these huge rubies and emeralds right in front of you on all of this. Before we do this, Amber, I need a stealth check from you. You've been doing this for a while now. Let's see if anybody catches you.
13. I rolled a 5 and still got a +8 on that guy.
Okay. You feel like nobody's seen you at this point. Guards aren't moving, nothing's happening, you know, everybody's off doing their own things and stuff like that. All right, now 2 rows, emeralds and rubies in front of you. Go for it. I imagine you had like them all separated into different pockets, so you're like, okay, here's my ruby pocket, here's my emerald pocket.
23.
Yep.
Again, I got a +8 on sleight of hand, so it's...
Hey, keep it going.
We planned this the way that we did.
Yeah.
For a reason.
Success.
At this point, I have on my list here about 5 swipes that you've been able to pull off at this point. And so, Frankie, you see some shifting again, but you're staring and you kind of are realizing what you're looking for. And Sarah is totally oblivious as she's just chatting up with Coley. She's got her own glass of champagne now, cheering to you guys, sipping on it, having a good time with this.
Fantastic. Coley, just out of curiosity, what color are your eyes?
Black, like her.
Basically. I don't know that I've ever thought about that. I think they're just brown.
Oh. You know, the green, the red, pretty. But like, do you really want it to be Christmas all the time? Like, don't you have any like yellow?
I want a rainbow.
Oh, a rainbow. A rainbow
Yes.
would be beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah, so some amethyst,
Definitely
Amethyst.
everything. Amethyst.
some amber,
Some sapphire.
Amber,
Okay.
sapphire.
Okay, let me give me a second here. I think I have a good idea on this. And so you see her she picks up the stuff, turns around, and you see her come back, and then she lays out in front of you an assortment of just all the different things that you've said there. But she's like, they're all in circle cuts. And she's like, I'm thinking if you're going for the bracelet, let's go with the circle cut to fit on this. And I think all of these would be good options. So if we picked one from each one of these colors, and you just see this entire tray out in front of it, and we'll say this is your last chance, Amber, to be able to swipe before she's gonna maybe start catching on that, like, okay, this isn't going anywhere. I'm not gonna, like, these people aren't spending any money, kind of a thing. So
17.
17. Okay.
Can I roll like a performance to help her?
If you want to, just to add a little,
Like kind of distract.
yeah, to let Amber
like a
roll
little
with an
flair.
advantage on
Yeah.
that. Go for it.
Yeah. I like how the dog's like, let me roll.
I know.
I can do it.
He is. Okay. Bumps us to 18.
Okay. Once again, you catch Sarah as she's going for like cheers, sip of the champagne while everybody's sipping champagne. You're able to quickly move out each one as you're dropping, picking up one, and you get a good handful with that one. All right. And
Can I kind of tell that Sarah's like checking out at this point?
yes, you can tell that she's like, you know what, maybe sometimes we're just not able to appease everyone. And you know what? Here's what I would recommend is I think you should talk to our head jeweler. Unfortunately, Sean doesn't come in until later in the day. So if it'd be okay, I could set up a special showing with Sean to show you some of our even more rarer jewels. And we could do a custom design with that if that works for you. Would you guys be able to come back this afternoon, maybe around 3 o'clock?
Oh, unfortunately, I have a mani-pedi then, but I would be more than happy to call and get something scheduled, or have my assistant do that.
Definitely. Here's my card, and I'm gonna say she's kind of off on this, so she turns to Frankie. Is like, are you her assistant? I didn't catch this. The hand of the card.
I'll take it. It's fine.
Okay.
And I just
perfect.
kind of like roll my eyes at her.
Oops. She realized she's completely fucked up. She's like blushing now at this point. Like she just knows she either lost a sale or there was no sale there. She's like, well, if you guys, if I set that time up with Sean, if there's anything that you see around here though, in the meantime, I can show you that you'd love to, but you guys got to perfect out at this point if you want.
And as we're like we're gonna turn and like walk out, and I'm gonna be like, round cut. What was she thinking? Who puts round cuts in a bracelet? And like we're gonna walk out of this store.
As you are walking out, you can kind of see in the mirror in the background, she just kind of slumps, kind of walks away. You can tell she's just like, I fucked up. Heading off. Okay.
Poor Sarah.
I know.
I like how you guys are poor Sarah, and I'm like, yes, we got the gems.
I need each one of you, because with that number of sleight of hands, you got 6 is the count that I got on that. So we'll break it up. Each one of you roll me 2d6s.
2d6.
And give me the total of what you got on that.
Five.
Okay. Plus
7.
7. And what'd you get, Amber?
Oh, 5.
So 17 total.
I got 5.
Yeah. You both can get 5.
No, I didn't answer. I just rolled.
Yeah, I had answered.
But they both got 5. So
But you both got
Yeah.
5. Okay, so it works.
Yeah.
Okay, time to math this real quickly.
$1.7 million worth of gems.
$1 million.
You guys got 6,800 gold pieces worth of gems.
6,000 what?
800. So
So we still need 94,000.
No.
No, we only needed 3,000 worth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's in
Okay.
gold pieces. So you got almost
got it.
double over that. So yeah, you guys are walking out of there, you know, champagne, having a great time, and we cut across town to Vash sitting at his desk, in his office, typing on his computer, when in walks your boss, Valerie, Vash. She walks up to your desk and says, Vash, Dick would like to have a conversation with you. Come with me.
Oh, right.
And we
right
will
now?
fade to black for our session.
Shit. Y'all let me go to work. What's wrong with you people?
Corey.
I swear to the big Jesus and the baby one too. How dare you?
Oh, like.
And that's where we will end tonight's stream and session of Legends in the Making. Thank you for everyone watching, not watching, wherever you are. And we'll see you guys next time.